Hello, this is Dinoxels, and today I'll be making a tier list, I know, very original, of the new PNSO figures since the Microraptor, because PNSO, despite everything going on in the world, supply chain issues, COVID, everything, they've made a butt ton of figures. And are these figures good by any means? That's what we're going to find out today. So stick around for this tier list, because I think you'll either laugh or agree with me on some of my decisions here, because I know some of these might be a bit controversial to say the least. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, I got my tier list set up right here with all of them. I'm pretty sure these are all of them. If I am missing one, let me know in the comments, but we're gonna go ahead and start. Rhina, S tier. Love it. It's cheap, has some weird issues with the seam lines, but it's not too bad compared to some other figures we're gonna look at later. But overall, I think it's a really good figure. I really like it. Alright, next up we have the Mentisaurus. It's pretty good, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of boring. Like, it's a good sauropod figure, don't get me wrong, but the face looks a little bit weird. And so it's a bit pricey from what I can remember, so it's just kind of a meh release. I'll put it in C tier. It's not like bad or anything, it's just kind of like meh. I don't have an opinion on it. Okay, next up we have the Zhusheng Tyrannus. I love this figure. I just got it recently. It's so good. So much better than Winter Wilson and the Tarbosaurus. Though I do think the Tarbosaurus has better paintwork, this figure's still really good. I'll put it in high A tier. Next up we have Gambo, the Carcharodontosaurus. Ooh, this one is really good too. It's like the Zhusheng Tyrannus, but like better in every way. So I think I'll put him in S tier too. I think I'll put him above the Rhina? Yeah, above the Rhina. Alright, next up we have the Iguanodon, or should I say Mantellisaurus, because it's just a Mantellisaurus. And for what I can remember, this one also costs a bunch of money for some reason. So I'm gonna put it way down here, because it's just kind of like, if it was like $20 and it was like labeled Mantellisaurus, because that's what it is. It's labeled Iguanodon. It's Mantellisaurus. I would put it in like A tier, but because of the price and the mislabeling, it's gonna go probably to C tier, but better than the Mentisaurus, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. It's not correct or anything. This is just me. This is what I think. Don't get mad at me in the comments and start yelling at me. You can disagree with me, but you don't have to get like mad and, you know, all those annoying things that people like to do sometimes. But anyways, the Tylosaurus, seam lines. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. But you know, I don't know. The Mentisaurus is making me wonder. I'm reconsidering the Mentisaurus. I don't know. I'm a bit conflicted. I'll have to come back to you. Also, for the record, I'm going to start screen recording right now. Because I think this would help me with editing better instead of just like overlaying images, etc. Alright. There we go. Okay, so next up we have the Styracosaurus, a recently revealed one. This one, I'd say is a solid B tier. It's pretty good, it's just a bit pricey. If it was cheaper, I would get it. Then we have the Pachyrhinosaurus, which is really good. I really like this one. I think the Styracosaurus has better detail work, but the Pachyrhinosaurus is cheaper and kind of just looks better. So I'll put him in probably A tier, I'd say. High A. Better than the Zhusheng. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah. Alright, next we have the Allosaurus. If this figure had just a different color scheme with more paint on it, I think I would get it. But the paint it has currently is just really lame, and it doesn't really do the sculpt justice, which is really unfortunate because it's a really good sculpt. But alas, it's not that good. I think I'll have to put you about there, yeah, and the bottom of C tier. Alright, next we have the Centrosaurus. This one's pretty neat. He's just a little bit expensive. He looks amazing in the promotional images, but then the paint in hand just kind of looks meh to me. But I'd say he's better than this Dinosaurus. No, I think this Dinosaurus is still better than him. He's in B tier. Next to the Mirror Gaia. This one's pretty cool. I feel like over time the paint has been a bit meh to me, though it's better than some recent figures from PNSO. Like, it's not like the paint's like color scheme that they chose is bad. I think there's could be more color applied to it. So I'll put it in like, I think I'll put it in high A. Probably deserves to be there. There. Next up we have the Stegosaurus. He's cool. He's cool. If he was like half the price he is, he'd be like an A or B tier. But the price just makes it go meh. But he has a baby, which is neat. So I'll put him like there. Yeah, low B. Same goes for the Synsatosaurus. This one would be like up here in A tier if it wasn't for the price. That just puts a bad taste in my mouth. So I'll put him like above the Centrosaurus and Stegosaurus, but under the Styracosaurus. I feel like that's kind of fair. Nanotyrannus. I know the subject of Nanotyrannus is actually a bit more debated than I initially realized, and there's some arguments for it and there's some arguments against it. But even just judging it as a figure, it's pretty bad. It's like $30 for like a tiny figure. It's just stupid. Like, really, it's just stupid. The teeth paint is bad. The eye paint is meh. It's not that good. I think I'll spare him from F tier. I think I'll put him in E tier. Then Wyatt, the Parasaurolophus, he's neat. Not amazing. He's just kind of neat. Kind of exists. I'll put him probably the high of B tier. Above the Styracosaurus. Yeah, what to say about that. Domingo the Carnotaurus, really solid figure. I really like this one. He's going in high A tier. If y'all remember, this used to be my profile picture, though I've cooled down the figure a bit from its initial placement in S tier when I used to have it. When I used to have it as my profile picture. I still have the figure. Anyways, Seahorse, for those who remember that joke. The Lambeosaurus. I initially hated this figure. I thought it looked so stupid. I thought the colors looked really dumb. I thought the face looked really weird and off. But then I found a specimen that is what this figure is based on. And I got it in hand, just was like, okay, it's only $20, let me get it. And I was like, yeah, I really like it now. I think I put it in like low S. Yeah, I think I'll put it in low S tier. I really like it. Atopodentatus. If before I knowledge of this figure being based off a David Peters skeleton, like, come on, or David Peters skeletal, I should say. Oh god, David Peters. And why did PNSO base it on this? They did it for their Utyrannus, which we'll do next as well. They based it on a David Peters reconstruction. Without that context, I'd put it in S tier. But for the simple fact that it's based on David Peters, I think I'll have to put it like, I don't know, like about here above the Mirror Gaia. I feel like that's kind of fair. Alright. And the Utyrannus, which is also based on David Peters' reconstruction. I think it is. It kind of resembles one. I think he's really neat, besides the fact that he's based on a David Peters thing. But it's not as noticeable as the Atopodentatus is. Yeah, I think where I have him on the screen right now, I think I'll place him. He's pretty cool. The Triceratops would be S tier, in my opinion. But the price is ridiculous. Like, simply ridiculous. So I think I'll put him like here. No, I'll put him here. No, I think about this is fair enough. I think B tier is gonna get really cramped soon. The Oliver Titan, really cool figure. I get if it was like $20, but it's like what, over 20? I mean over 30 or something like that. So if you have a pass, I'm sorry, Oliver Titan, Ivan the Oliver Titan. I'll put you above the Utyrannus though. I'll shrink you down a bit too so we can fit more in here. I'll move some over. Some quick little maintenance. So got a bunch more to go. Okay, the Sauropelta. It's like Sauropelta, but reversed. Like, they have the spikes on the shoulders are like the opposite of what's usually in figures, like the Safari one. I don't know why they did that. Maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if there is. But for now, I'll put him like high C. He just kind of cursed to me. The paint isn't that good in hand either. The Borala really solid figure. I'll put him in S tier. Above the Lambeosaurus though. Now I have the Chinjiaosaurus. This is a really cool figure. I initially was kind of like, it exists. But now I really like it. I think it's a really cool figure. The head is still a little bit funky. But I think I'll put him, about there. No, I think he deserves a bit higher. I think I'm actually going to switch these two. Yeah, I like that more. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that now. Microraptor. It's just the Safari one, but kind of bad. That's all I can really say about it. The iridescence looks really cool in some figures in hand, and in others it looks kind of meh. So I'll put him in like high C. It's kind of meh. Pachycephalosaurus, really cool figure. It's just expensive, which is annoying. Otherwise, I'd probably get it. But for now, I'll put him in low A tier. Tujangosaurus, really cool if it was like 10 years ago, because it's like based off like an old Stegosaur reconstructions. The Tujangosaurus, I'll put him in like A tier, I want to say. Maybe not that high up. Maybe like, yeah, about there. I'll move him to the front. Because, here we go. All right, that's acceptable now, I think. All right, Bart the Panachosaurus. I like this figure. I know it doesn't look as good as it does in hand. Well, like for the promotional images to in hand, it doesn't really like kind of balance that well. And that's really ruined it for some people, but I still like the figure in hand. It could be better, but it's not terrible. Compared to some other figures we'll get to later. I'll put him like here. I think that's fair. He's a pretty cool little guy. Dunkleosteus, S tier. I think I still like Gamba more, but he's still really good. I really like the Dunkleosteus. Very good. I like that one a lot. The Tarbosaurus. Detail and paintwork, amazing. Sculpts, oh. Proportions, oh. Like all that, it's just kind of, ooh. The Zootank is just this figure, but better, besides the paintwork. So, I think I'll put him in like high C. I think that's where he deserves to be. That rhymed. Very funny. I know, I'm a comedy genius. Sinoceratops. I don't know, this figure's just kind of meh to me. The eye's really glossy, the face looks kind of weird. I don't know. It really just feels like it's riding off the hype of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom than trying to be something unique, like the Beast Mesozoic one. So, I think I'll put him like there, maybe. I don't know. He's better than the Thunderosaurus. If I can move him to the front, because he's like way at the back. Order. Alright, there we go. They're going to start layering over each other. So it's going to get a bit messy soon. I initially loved the Crotosaurus, but the tail, I realized, is based off a manatee. And if you think about that for like a solid 30 seconds, you'll realize how cursed that is. It's also pricey, so for that reason, I'm putting him at like low B tier. Now the Ceratosaurus, if the head was smaller, it'd be S tier, but it isn't. It also has really bad stability issues from what I've seen, so I'll put him in like, I don't know, above Bart? No, I like Bart more. I think I'll put him there. Yeah, I think that's a probable fair placement. The Torvosaurus. It's a Torvosaurus with a dumb head. That's really all I have to say. I think I'll put him up below the Tarbosaurus. I see that's pretty fair. The Leviathan, the whale, the anti-megalodon. He's cool, kind of pricey, kind of filled with seam lines. Just kind of there. I feel like that's pretty fair. Spinosaurus, instant S tier. Love this one. I'll put him there. I'd say that's fair. No? I don't know. I think I'll put him above Gavin. The Boreal Pelta, yeah. I'll put him above the Cratoxyrhina as well. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. PNSO really loves their Chem beds, the figures. They always turn out great. Oh, African dinosaur figures, I should say. I don't know. I'm probably gonna say like the wrong formation when I'm saying that. PNSO Machairoceratops. If it looks like it does in the promotional images, it would be S tier. But oh, in hand, oh my lord! I think I'm the person who hates this figure the most. It's so bad. Like I just can't get over how bad it is. Like high F or low E. I'll put him there in low E. Helicoprion. No. It like tries to be Helicoprion, but like cooler, but makes it worse. So it's just gonna go in F tier. Himalayasaurus. Looks kind of neat, but in hand it's just kind of glossy and weird. Not as bad as the Machairoceratops, but it's still pretty weird. You know what? I think I'm gonna put Machairo in F tier, in high F though. Next we have our two Tyrannosaurus figures, or I should say last we have our two Tyrannosaurus figures. We have Winter Wilson. Love this guy. Not gonna get him, because Beast Mesozoic figure and Zoochain Tyrannus is just this figure, but better. Head shape wise, I should say. So I think I'll go ahead and put him. Where should I put him? He's probably above. Oh yeah. I mean, oh god, you guys can't see him. Well, I can't even see him. I'll put him there. I'll kind of shrink and go down so we could fit. Yeah, like that. I see that's fair. Yeah, that's what I think that figure is just really cool. Just not gonna get it. And then we have its polar opposite, Andrea, or Card Crusher, friggin' broken leg thing. At least it has an okay paint scheme in hand. I think that's the only thing that's gonna save this figure. It's just gonna go in high E tier. Because these last four down here are just really bad. And Andrea is just really verging on being absolutely terrible, but has some redeeming qualities. So yeah, there's that PNSO tier list. For those who never asked. I'm gonna try to upload more, I promise. I really do. I feel really bad for y'all. But I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of these figures in the comments down below. And yeah, this is Dinoxels, signing out.